love Mexico. We just didn't know Cabo.
Yeah.
How many years had you been coming to Mexico to Los Cabos?
To Los Cabos, well, we came once, maybe in 2007, 8, something like that.
Right.
And then we didn't come back until 2000.
October 2020.
Jeez.
And it was because of the wedding. We would have probably never came.
Welcome to the Nick Fong Podcast. As the broker and owner of Ronival Real Estate, Nick has spent nearly 20 years in Baja, California, sir. And in this podcast, he'll be talking everything Baja, from food and culture to real estate and property management. And now, here's your host, Nick Fong.
All right, welcome back to the podcast. Today, I have two special guests, Dale and Theresa. It's special because I don't think I've had guests where they're actual clients that have purchased something from us. Dale, Theresa, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And tell everyone where you bought a property.
Bought in Montemar in Los Cabos.
Yes.
And
that's located in the Pedregal. You might remember a couple videos we were promoting that project. It's sold out, and we were just saying right before filming that we only did 2 videos on it because it's sold out. You were one of the purchasers in it.
Right.
And I thought it would be great to talk a little bit about where you're from, your experience in Cabo. So let's start us off. Where are you guys from?
from St. Louis, Missouri.
Uh-huh. And in St. Louis, Missouri, you guys are still working? You're retired?
We're retired. We sold our business in 2019, and took us a while to figure it all out. But we actually came back to Cabo because we loved it a couple times before we bought, right?
Yeah, we were going to a wedding, and the wedding was called off because of COVID, and we already had all of our reservations, so we just said, we're going. That's really how it started.
Yeah.
So you guys came regardless of COVID. What year are we? 2020?
2020.
And so you guys come in 2020, and is that when we connected with you?
Yes, that was our first time because we didn't buy then. We just went on a tour. And
Then the second time I actually went back home and told her what I wanted to do, and she says, "Are you crazy?" I said, "No, I got back on an airplane myself and came here and bought it."
By yourself? Theresa, you weren't with
No,
him?
he came on his own.
But he had full permission?
Well,
Yes,
I said,
you better believe it.
I said, do whatever you want to do. I'm not going to argue with you. So he did.
Wow. And so that trip in 2020, the wedding that was canceled, but you still came, you both came though, right?
Yes.
You
Yes.
were with him.
Yes.
But it wasn't your first time to Cabo.
No, years and years ago, we had a timeshare and we came, but we basically always go to Nuevo Vallarta.
Okay.
So that's where we love Mexico. We just didn't know Cabo.
Yeah.
How many years had you been coming to Mexico to Los Cabos?
To Los Cabos, well, we came once, maybe in 2007, 8, something like that.
Right.
And then we didn't come back until 2000.
October 2020.
Jeez.
And it was because of the wedding. We would have probably never came.
Yeah, some friends of ours' daughter got married in Pedregal. They rented out the Waldorf.
They rented the whole hotel?
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
Who are your
wedding.
friends?
They have more money than us.
Oh my goodness. So they rented out the Waldorf Astoria. That's located in the Pedregal, and that was where the wedding was supposed to
The
be.
daughter's from Chicago. I've known the father since I was born.
Oh, wow.
For 73 years, we've been friends. So
Wow.
I was not going to miss it.
Now you just told your age.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. So you're retired from what industry?
Oh, I had 2 businesses, manufacturing. One was custom blow molding. It's plastic, hollow shapes. We had 50 employees in a little town in central Missouri, Lynn, Missouri. Yeah. And then lighting manufacturing and a niche market, outdoor portable patio lighting.
Okay.
And so that was the second, I call it my second life. The first one we won't get into because it's a long time ago.
Okay, so you get out of the business and you start traveling more?
Yes,
And-
more than a week at a time, because before, when we owned our own business, we could only be gone for a week.
And you're from St. Louis or transplant?
I was born and raised in St. Louis. She's from Belleville,
Illinois.
Illinois.
What part of Illinois?
East St. Louis.
Okay, East St. Louis. So I'm from Chicago, and we were talking a little bit about that. So Cardinal fans?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Cubs. So
Figures.
big rivalry between the Cardinals and the
Right.
Cubs.
Yeah.
So back to Cabo. So you come by yourself and you find a real estate agent. You had more than one real estate agent you were communicating with?
During a previous trip, Gabby had taken us around with another girl. I forget the girl's name, but we looked at several different properties. And I can't remember, did we look at this Montemar then?
Yes, because
I think we did.
I already knew what it was going to look like.
Yeah. So, and
But we had been with another agent
Okay.
also
Yeah.
before,
And-
before you guys.
actually,
So
we
what was that process like, being up in St. Louis, thinking, okay, I'm going to potentially buy a property, convinced you, or
Right.
you gave him the permission to do so. How do you do that?
you know,
Well, they made it very easy.
yeah. The process of figuring out what we wanted to do in retirement. I mean, the first thing we did is take a big month-long trip to Europe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Spent a lot of money, and we had fun. But, there's nothing like home, and we love Mexico. We've been coming to Mexico for 20 years, and mostly in Puerto Vallarta. So when I came to Cabo, I don't know why, but I just fell in love with this place. And so, when I saw the Montemar condo in Pedregal, gated community, there's everything here, great weather year-round. You couldn't beat it. So I said, this is where I want to spend my winters.
And we felt very safe here.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Safety is a lot, and we felt very safe here.
So safety, important, the warm culture, great food.
Friendly people.
Friendly people.
Everybody's happy.
Yes, smiling all the
Right.
time.
Yeah.
And from St. Louis, it's not a direct flight. You have to do a connection, right?
It's a trek to get here. It basically blows a day. I don't have my own jet, so I can't do that. So
Someday.
Someday.
no, those days are gone. They ain't going to happen.
Maybe your friend in Chicago.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for being a part of the Nick Fong Podcast. Make sure to subscribe to the podcast to get the latest updates. And if you're watching this on our social channels, please like and share. And if you want to be featured, or you want me to talk on a certain topic, food, activities, culture, real estate in the Baja, drop a comment. You were telling me before we hit the record button that you're going to spend some significant amount of time down here. So what's the plan?
All winter, for sure.
Yeah. This time we're spending about 4 months here.
Okay.
And, this is the first 2 months that we will have spent in a condo. I mean, before that, it's been 6 weeks is the most we've stayed in Puerto Vallarta at one place. And so I'm really looking forward to having a home base here. And I mean, I get up in the morning and go down to Starbucks and have my coffee in downtown Cabo San Lucas. And I walk around and I meet people. I mean, everybody here is so nice. I actually made friends on the street, vendors and stuff.
Yes.
I mean, I'm here walking down the street and a guy comes up and he knows me. So we click hands from last year.
No way.
So it's like, okay. I mean, the people are just more friendly than I've ever seen in a place before.
And it's safe and there's many things to do. What do you guys like to do besides?
Oh, we love to play golf. We love boating. We've done cruises.
The adventures, the ATVs.
Oh, he did that, the ATV.
She won't.
I won't do that. I don't want anything broken.
And family and friends, they come here. Do you anticipate that happening?
Yes. We're definitely going to have family here for sure.
And friends. And Puerto Vallarta, the timeshare we were in, we had, in 3 weeks, we had 3 couples come and visit us. So, yeah, there will be people here. So
Maybe you have to buy another condo.
Yeah.
A bigger one?
Upgrade. We have Sol off camera, and she's like, yes, buy another one.
Believe it or not, Teresita is also talking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Bigger, something bigger.
and Montemar, we're going to release phase 2, which are going to be bigger units. And so that's very, very soon.
Okay.
So the developer, you had the chance to meet Alvaro, great guy,
Yeah.
and puts out a quality product. And the problem at Montemar, some people say it's only 2 bedrooms. Would like 3 bedrooms. So he listened, and that's what he's going to do.
I don't know that I want that many people visiting me.
Well, that's what a lot of people say. And when I first moved here 18 years ago, that's the first year, 2 years, everyone. It was literally starting in October until May, the house, maybe a week in between. But friends and family always coming. And so my wife, Rocio, and I, we said, you can come, but you can't stay with us.
Yeah.
And so sometimes 2 bedrooms is perfect.
Enough, right?
My friend has a 3-day rule. He says, okay, you can come stay here, but after 3 days, you start to stink. You need to leave.
It's like garbage, right? After the 3rd day, it starts smelling. So get out. What would you say advice to people like yourselves that are starting or thinking about starting the home buying process in Cabo, in the Baja, or anywhere in Mexico? What would you say, a couple bits of advice now that you've done it?
Make sure you're in a location like, we like to play golf, but we like to do things and we like to walk. So we like that area because we can take an Uber to play golf, but we can walk anywhere. I mean, everything's right there.
So location's very important to what's important to you.
Right. And you have to try different things to know. Like, we've stayed in the corridor, we stayed in San Jose. So you have to know where you're going to want to be.
So you have to kind of try different areas, really get a feel for whether it's the corridor, San Jose, Cabo San Lucas.
Right.
But we thought we wanted a place on the beach. And I don't know, we at night you look out in the ocean, there's nothing in black. So we thought, well, this has got a great view. I can see the ocean. I can see the Medano Bay, see the marina, I see cruise ships come in and go. So I'm thinking that we're going to like this view and location better than actually on the beach. But I mean, everybody that owns a second home says you got to have it on the beach. I'm not sold on that yet.
And we looked at being on a golf course too. We almost bought on a golf course, and then we were like, okay, we're so far away from everything that.
Previous to this, we had a contract actually in San Jose on the golf course.
Yeah.
But we got out of it.
Yeah, it's interesting when we have our initial conversation and consultation with our buyers. Beachfront is always like, I want beachfront under $200,000. It's like, are you buying a timeshare?
Yeah. Right.
But walking through that process and the conclusion you both came to is the conclusion we come to with our clients most of the time. It's either budget, right? They can't spend the $1 million plus to be on the ocean, or the location and that nightlife aspect is something you don't think about.
Right.
When the sun goes down, what does it look like?
Right.
And am I going to pay a 300% premium to be on the beach when, like at Montemar, you can get to the beach very easily.
Right.
Right? It's a 25-minute walk probably
right.
around the marina. So it's not like you're walking through craziness.
Right.
It's like a nice walk.
Right.
We're looking forward to it. I mean, I think we're going to love it. And whether or not we want to upgrade or not, I think this is a pretty nice place. So
nice too, because when you're not using it, you can rent it.
Right.
I know.
Cover your costs, maybe make some money.
That was attractive to me. My friends think I'm crazy. He thinks I'm crazy for moving to Mexico, but he came here this last time, and I think they had a good time. I think they understand.
Mm-hmm.
So
also from St. Louis?
Yes.
Yeah, Midwest. Look, I was a trailblazer in my family. Now my brother lives down here, works for the company.
Right.
My mom's here half of the year, and my brother's going to retire. My other brother is going to retire in a few years, and just talking about coming down here. So if I didn't do that 18 years ago,
They would.
no, And they would be in the snow, cold weather, and it just sucks.
Well, and there's a uniqueness to Mexico. It's like you can see beautiful homes. You can feel like you're really in old Mexico. It's a lot of different things.
And a lot of people, I find, I just came back from a trip in Las Vegas, and people were asking me, how did you make that transition? How did you make that? Because it's a different country, different language, different culture, but there's so many Americans and Canadians here that it's very familiar. And it's actually in many ways better because you're meeting people from Los Angeles, Seattle, New York, Chicago, Vancouver, and you have one thing in common. You love Mexico, you love Cabo. Right. And I'm really excited for this chapter of your lives. And
I am too.
And
I'm getting there.
Yeah, she's getting there. She's a little apprehensive. Dale, I think you're the trailblazer. You're going to be thanked by not just Teresita, but by your friends and family.
For sure.
All right. Well, guys, thank you for sharing a little bit of your experience. And until the next one, bye for now.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Nick Fong Podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast and the YouTube channel at youtube.com/Ronival Real Estate and follow Nick on Instagram at NickFong_Ronival. Ready to find your Baja dream home? Check out the latest property listings at Ronival.com or findmexicohouses.com. Hasta luego.